Hello, today is 2/9 of 26, and I am here with a video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. If you're new here, my name is Christy. I changed my diet to a high protein, moderate fat, low carb diet in April of 2024. It is currently 10 a.m., and I am getting ready to have my first meal of the day. So that is my coffee. I made it with 1 cup of Fairlife whole milk, a serving of whey isolate protein powder, a serving of collagen peptides, and a tablespoon of MCT oil. And I've really been enjoying blending it in my blender. It just like gives it this richness that I really like. So I've been doing that. And then I also have a donut from Conscious Comforts, which is a local bakery in my area that makes gluten-free, sugar-free donuts. I came across a YouTube channel, and I will link to it in the description below. But it's by a therapist or psychoanalyst. I'm not sure exactly what she is, but she specializes in helping people with binge eating. She herself was a binge eater, and now that's what she does is she helps people with binge eating. But it's not just she's not like me where I just like tell you what I've been doing. Like she actually has some kind of a degree. And she was talking about eating our feelings. And that is something that I will do is if I'm, sad or upset or it's just been a hard day, like I'll want to eat. And she kind of talked about that a bit and it kind of resonated with me and I thought maybe it might help other people. So often what will happen when we binge eat like that or eat our feelings is then afterwards we feel all of this shame, right? And she talked about how that eating, that emotional eating, stems from most likely our childhoods. And not that we necessarily had to have a difficult childhood for that to happen, just that's kind of almost the only amount of control that kids would have when they were, younger and having to deal with their emotions. Like some kids will like rock and some kids will suck on their fingers, right? But a lot of us would I have the control of being able to eat and that makes me feel better. I don't have the control of like, "Oh, hey, I'm going to go out with my friends or like go watch a movie or, watch something on TV." Like maybe I'm not allowed to do that, right? So, it's really a coping mechanism that we learned in our childhood. And so when we feel this shame and we're like, why do I do this? I'm so dumb. Like, why? And it's a feeling of why am I doing this? I don't want to be doing this, right? Like, this is not helping me reach my goals, but it's like I can't help it. And so just the part that really resonated with me was just this idea that it's something that is like ingrained in me like, probably due to my childhood, which I actually did have a difficult childhood, um, and there's nothing wrong with having done that. Like, I can't judge little Christy for having dealt with the things that she was dealing with and the way that she dealt with them, right? Like she was just a kid. And so like I can't judge her. That's not fair to her, which means that I have to give myself more grace. And so, yes, now I need to learn to deal with my feelings in a way where I'm not eating my feelings, right? Like just because of health reasons and I don't want that for myself. I want to like right now I'm on this like weight loss goal, right? So to be able to balance that but also not shame myself for it and just reframe that in a way where I can think of myself positively because if I'm not thinking of myself positively, it's just going to cause more emotional eating. So I just wanted to share that with you and maybe that will help you too. I don't know. But just it just really resonated with me and I've been thinking about this for like a few days, well, probably a week now. And so I wanted to be sure and share that with you. It is 12:30 and I'm ready for my second meal of the day. So I cooked up some ground beef, 93% lean ground beef. Salt and pepper is what I used as the seasoning. And then I added in some tomato basil pasta sauce. This is from Simply Nature, really clean ingredients. There's 45 calories in a half cup, and I probably did have a cup in mine because I used 6 ounces, 6 cooked ounces of ground beef. So it has 9 carbs with 2 fibers. So that's going to be 7 net carbs. So I'm having 14, and then 2 grams of protein. And then I also added in some konjac rice to it just to kind of like, I like that it gives me like this hint of porcupine meatballs. I love porcupine meatballs. So to get that kind of like hint of porcupine meatballs is fantastic. I plan to go to the gym after this. I am going to do a heavy arm and core day. I was supposed to do heavy legs today, but I did such heavy legs on Saturday that I can't do heavy legs today. So I'll do heavy arms and core. It is 4:15, and I'm ready for my last meal of the day. So I have a big salad. So this has 2 cups of romaine lettuce, some cucumber, some tomato, and then between 7 and 8 ounces of cooked chicken and some grated Parmesan cheese. And then I'm going to top it with some Caesar dressing. So this is actually only about 2 tablespoons of dressing. And then I added a bit of milk to help thin it out because it is a pretty thick dressing, which I like, but this is such a big salad that it's not going to be able to kind of like really get mixed in and get everywhere. So that I thinned it out using something that has flavor, not just water, because that just like um, dilutes the flavor. And then it will like cover my whole salad. So let's take a look at how my day turned out. I ended up with about 1,700 calories today. My protein is 199, my net carbs are 33, and my fat is 82. So I'm in a higher caloric deficit. I want to stay between like 2 and 300. It's okay. I'm coming off of a maintenance week, so that's probably part of why I, kind of wasn't maybe as hungry today. So it's okay. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.